I want a Pops belt behind it too.
Yeah, Pops production.
Show it off. Come on. This is how the thing gets started, Rasta. You take it from this to this.
The reason for this is because you need a straight edge before you can make a mark. So when I get a straight edge now, you're going to get crooked edge when you do a belt. So you have to get straight edge first. Second thing you have to do is to get the measurement of the belt by width.
How do you work out here on the sidewalk?
Well, I choose to do it this way because when people see what you're doing, they show that you're doing it, and they could prove that it's not something you take from another store to sell. So at least they can order one time. It truly need a flat table to work with, but I mean, I can hang on myself and know what I'm doing. So if you don't, for those who trying to do it, most likely you get somewhere flat to work with. I mean, I was doing this here for a while now, so at least it will look easy to me. Doing it.
To the wall.
To the wall.
How long have you been doing leather work? Alright.
I started this project here 3 years ago. I was involved with other work like mirror. I used to do sculpting on mirror.
Mirrors?
I used to sculpt on mirror. I used to do Boley bob. I used to do art, abstract, pencil work. But when I find this, I really fall in love with it because I like to work around things like this. I like the feel of the leather. And it's an antique, it's an ancient work. Most people love to have a leather slippers or a leather sandals or a belt. So this is how I really get to involved in it.
How long does it take for you to go from design to full construction of particularly a belt?
With a belt, it took me about 25, half an hour. Once I have everything in my space. A slipper might take me an hour. According to the stamps and sandal style might take me about like an hour and so. But according to the work, once I have everything, that done in like no time for me. And I never really say be in any way to be taught about it. I just see it and know say I can do it and I like it, and that was it. I just involved with it.
So it's a self-taught manifestation.
Well, yes, I will say. Well, I'm truly the first person really involved around with this was a guy who sell down the street called Dan. Was the first man that really been introduced by. But from there now I just consider I can do it, and that was it. This is a belt I'm doing for a lady for her son at school. And anytime you're doing a work, especially leather work, you make sure your tool always sharp. It's important to get a sharp knife when you're working. As most likely when it's dull, it'll be jobby tuner, you know, and it'll be difficult for you. The belted them, they have difference in them, like this. This is a press on. You can use one in them here with buckles. You have to have a pattern like this to make this work. Like this.
So I forgot that.
So this, you have to put this in it. And then you start put the rivets them in. Then it have to have a keeper here for the belt head, for the belt end of the belt to go in. But this one don't need, this one don't really need that. But this one gonna be pressed in by this. This one gonna hold in like this by this. So this is a pretty simple one. But this is, as I said, this is for kids at school, so I'm trying to get this done today. As in right now too.
So I'm noticing the tape around your neck. Does that come into play too? I mean, in
Yeah,
terms
well,
of...
this is by measurement of the waist. This is also by measurement of the waist, according to how much the person waist is. If it's a 32 or 40 or 28.
in the case of a school youth,
Well,
something
if
smaller
it's a school
still.
youth, I get something smaller too still, you see. Sometimes I use it when I do like a slipper. Or some people instep are higher than some. So I would do it like this to know well how much. Everyone I do this is the same. So if I do in a size 8 and the person is like 7.5, I will use this to wrap it over to know how much. As if the person is a size 10, then I could use it to know well it's a 9.
How do persons get in touch with you?
Well, right now, I'm trying to work on some cards because everyone are asking me about a card if I have a business card. But I don't really have that as yet. So my number is 455-4425. That's how I give some people my number to get. Again, 455-4425. And now since this video been shooting, no one haven't really see the face. Yeah, it's me, Bongo Joy. Everybody know me as Bongo Joy, yeah. It's a Joy production. As I say, it's me really doing it, you know, so I just feel alive to make it sound like that. So I don't really want to be too fancy or anything like that, you know. Just simple. And anyone who doing business for me right now, don't forget to put God in the stuff. If I hadn't really done that, I don't really know what I really be right now, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Tell me.
As a new man, well how? Well, I was a kind of person before, you know. I was living a life before as a down to earth man. Everybody know me used to carry dread. But I fall in love in a different way with Christ. It's not really nothing like, you know, religious energy now, you know. It's just an energy. When you get to really know yourself, you get to really know who God is, you know. When it becomes that man, you have to make a change in your life too still, because you're not really living for you, you know. As every man was made to serve God, you know, but some people get caught up in the world where vanity is concerned and money and stuff, and people don't really see themselves as a use in the world differently than just that. But me now, I take it on the level to say, well, I will live for God, serve God, and preserve my energy for me, my wife and children to really make it the way I really should, you know. Yeah. See now, this is it here. So it's just gonna get dyed in black, and voila, that's it. Yes, it's not hard to do. See, anyone want to do anything in the world, trust in God, and you will reach the way you're supposed to reach. You'll reach far in life. As you can't do nothing by yourself. No man do nothing by himself. Yeah, there's a being in you. It says, greater is he who lives in me than he who lives in the world. So if God is in me, that means, see, I'm powerful enough to carry on life.
So you said you used to do the Boley bags, the mirror sculptures.
Well, I got to do this mirror when I was in Jamaica 2008. There was a young lady on the roadside was using a Jamel, sculpting cups, putting on names like Libra, Taurus, Gemini and stuff. And I was watching her for a while now, and she said, yo, why you watch me like that, man? You're an artist. Well, I admit I say yes. But I was really in love with what she was doing. So I come home when I come from Jamaica, I send and get a Jamel. And I had a brick piece of mirror. And I was monkey around in on it now. See what I could really do on it. And everything I do on it, the first thing I do was a weed leaf. At them time, you know, I used to smoke and stuff. And every other pieces that I do on that one piece of mirror, 2 thumbs up, perfect enough. And then, that was it. I started graphing it. I do Colonel Sanders to Boy. Them time Boy was manager for KFC. I had done Colonel Sanders on the mirror for him. I had done a lot of work around the town. I do piece of Digicel. I've done a lot of work. But after I fall in love with Boley bags now, I get to, you know, feel the energy of scraping out a Boley, wrapping a piece of leather around it, and see how nice it look on someone. And that was it, I moved to another product again. But when I start this, it was a bit thin, and it caused it to get this crack up error. When I do this one here, I think about Africa. I say I would have put it the 2-way. Normally most people get it like this, but this is the part where every small village now, every different part in Africa,
Countries and things.
well, I would say village, because this one thing here is an island by itself, you know, this is a continent by itself, so every part is village. And this one here, you know, I just didn't get everything to accomplish this, like straps, to put on straps. And this one is one of my hardest work. And this one is more like a jungle fever energy now. You can see it's a bird. We get like a tiger across here, a flower, You get a water scene here with two fishes, 2 dolphins. You get an elephant. You get a lion and another bird. Yeah, so this one my real hardest work too. It's a nice project, but it's good to see you can take something from like a book and put it on something like this. I have done I've done Colonel Sanders too for Boy, and one of these same Boley worked already, you know. Yeah, so it's good to know. At least you can take your art and put it elsewhere differently to stay. See? Now let's start from here. Let's truly start from this. From right here, where it is here. This is from here is I start to make this energy here come alive. So far what I normally do, I just try to get around where they say cut out to get this circle. I just measure myself like how I is right here. It probably may be hard for other people, but for me it's pretty easy. So what I do, I just go around like this. So you see? So for me, that's the topping. And I just choose the best side to work on, so I would have used here to be the back. So I would have give it a mark like this. And then, well, I'm going to make a simple error. Like, I'll do something simple. I'll make it quick and done. To really show you what I really do. So inside of this, I will do something inside of this. So let me see, let me make a flower so far. So I just use 2 different tools, which they say does do more heavy work. This one now does help me to make the edges I really need to make. Like, it's been a long time I didn't do this, because I was so caught up in the leather work, you know.
So Empress, you just do any of this work too? Mm-hmm. You just do any of this work too?
She just need to wipe my sweat whenever my skin sweaty.
Well, I the woman behind that from this scene, like, okay, you come to me with an idea and I could look over it and tell you how to put it and how I see it will look better. Because sometimes man will sit in one way, but lady had different touch when they put in things together and looks together. So most of the time, most of the work is done by my idea, along with his. He might have a vision of how he really want to do it, but I will tell him what to put in and what will look good and what to take out. So most of the time when he done his work, I overlook it before it go out there on the market and anybody see it to purchase it.
Respect.
I'm just trying to finish one part to show you. So that is it. You know, one side of the floor. Then this piece going to eat out, this piece going to eat out, the part going to eat out. Then you have this.
The petals in the flower.
You see that? It will lift the art instead of just have the joint like this section only. See? But having this move is seeing two sides of the product. Like seeing more of the bowl itself. You see? Like seeing more of it instead of just see it. I could still go back and do mirror, I could still do pencil art, I just do drawing, black and white, abstracts. So I could still go back and Boley back, still do mirror. But at least I figure, as I say, when you trust in God, as time goes on, there are a lot of things in you start to come out what you had hidden in you, that I had never known nothing about, you know. So that was it.
So if a person is viewing this figure, man, I could use a Boley bag or I could use a mirror sculpture or something. You could still dwell with joy
don't
production.
care how long I stay. It's just like, as people say in the old time, you never forget how to ride a bike. Once you ride a bike already, you know how long it take you to go on a bike. Once you go on it, you remember your edges and your turns. You know, so anything anyone wants, and you get to me, once I could do it, I'll tell you yes I could do it. If I can't, I wouldn't force myself to do it. I would tell you I can't.
You're not on this particular spot every day of the week. When can people find you here?
Most of the times I be here like Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursday, Friday. I don't really come out on a Wednesday and on a Saturday like that. Saturday sometimes I have a little thing home to do. On Wednesdays just be a kind of, you know, down. Except it fall like down to a mountain. I might come out on that Wednesday. But you know, I have things home to do, so what else? Most of the days is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday.
And for the people who are not sure where here is, just get them a blind for me, please. Get them some directions for me, please.
Well, you're not too far from Gecko. We get Digicel across the street, FedEx across the street. We were here with Scotia used to the Republic Bank. Right in this big square, right here.
Is there a particular reason why you're doing the edge first?
Yes, because when you're doing the flat, you wouldn't like it to really run under the belt. So it's better when you do the edge first.
You said 3 years. You started this 3 years. Is it the leather production been running for 3 years, or everything in terms of the mirror, the Boley bag?
The leather itself was about just street.
Okay.
I'm on the street about like say 20 years now, doing work. I'm on the street about like say for 20 years now, but when I involved in this leather, it's about 3 years ago.
I notice you only coloring one side of the belt though. Is there a particular reason or?
Well, sometimes if you sweat, according to the clothing that you have on, the sweat might, suck it in on the jersey or shirt or whatever. This is just the outside. Give me one that finished. So, I mean, this is appropriate for your skin. At least more, it's better for your clothing. It's not wrong with the clothes. It's not that something going wrong with the clothes this way. Because look, it's not now come off on the clothes. But most likely some people sweat a lot, you know. So it's better to leave the belt like this. Because this is where the really product is. This is what really shows off for the outside and the walk.
What are the price for your belts?
Well, according to this is for Schwmon. So this is 60. But normally for like a person my size will be 80, 70 according to. And if it's design, because sometimes some people come and want cast an order like say they want a special make.
Like some 3 diamonds and things.
Or they want a little style up in it. Sometimes it be more according to, So it goes by your length and it goes by style. So this is it here, finished.